Hold on, stop. Before you go ahead and type out your angry comment saying, well, this is actually not an issue with that. It's actually the average person. Actually, I don't care about none of that. I just want to point something out. The average person is stupid. And I'm not talking about average stupid. I'm talking about unknowledgeable stupid. You have the strongest device on the planet in your pocket and refuse to use it, stupid. I'm going to start right here. Let's just start easily. People still think the earth is flat. Millions, 2 to 3% of Americans think the earth is flat. That's millions of people. That's millions. Why is that a thing? I don't know why. But we're also going to say something else. People share fake news they don't read. I was very confused why people thought there was for some odd reason, a sunburning competition in Florida. Over 60% of people on social media share links without opening them. They react to the headlines alone. Probably how you react to most YouTube videos. We are in a civilization powered by infinite information, yet the majority treat knowledge like a buffet plate. They take what looks tasty, but don't ask what's in it. And this is going to be something that most people just suck at. Percentages. Ask 10 random people to explain what 30% off means when something is already 20% off. Most can't do it. You know what they think? Oh, that's 50% off. 30 plus 20, that's 50%. That's not how percentages work. That's not how it works at all. That it shows up everywhere in tipping, taxes, polls, even health statistics. You don't know how to use percentages, so you just refuse to acknowledge it. Let's bring up some more examples.
We interrupt this program for an important news announcement.
Hey, you actually stuck around for the ad? I'm so proud of you. Let me tell you what I'm pitching to you real fast. Here's something you can do when you're bored. Playing games and getting paid for it. If you hit the link in the description or scan the QR code on the screen right now, you see that popping up right there? Look at that. It's so cool. It's so convenient. You can sign up to freecash.com and start right away. Now, I know your inclination to say this is a scam, but I assure you, I tried it myself. I thought it was a scam myself. Actually, I did actually try it out and it actually worked. I didn't expect to actually get paid, but I'm getting moolah, baby. It's simple. Create an account with your email and password. It takes seconds. Literal seconds. Inside, you'll see a wall of games, a bevy of things, and offers. Pick one you actually enjoy, play through levels, and cash land straight into your free cash account. It's like turning your downtime into a side hustle without even noticing. Some people pull in $10 to $20 a day, but I've seen reports of much more moolah, Mr. Krabs. I've seen Scrooge McDuck numbers, and you can do this all while laying in your bedroom playing games on your phone. All they ask of you is that you spend your time playing the video games. They just want your time. Now, you could spend a little bucks in-game to hit levels faster, which lets you unlock the bigger offers and payouts because you gotta hit the levels to get bigger payouts. That's how some users end up earning hundreds, even $500 or more on certain offers. It's crazy, but you don't have to spend anything. You can just stick to the free levels like I did and still cash out. The whole point is that instead of just sitting there scrolling endlessly through TikTok or Instagram Reels or YouTube Shorts or whatever, you're playing and earning at the same time. When it's time to cash out, you got options. You want to hit up PayPal, you want some gift cards, you can do whatever you want to. It's your decision. It's your world. I'm just living in it. So if you're curious, hit the link in my description or scan the code that's been on screen the entire time. You can just scan the code right there. You have the ability to just screen capture, scan the code, click the description. Make sure you do it through me, guys. Sign up for my link because I'm broke, guys. I'm doing this for the money, man. I got my family locked up. I beg you, please start playing for cash in your spare time. And when you use my link or QR code, you'll get a $5 bonus to get things right off. So go ahead and get the free cash right now. Freecash.com and Ceros TV are not responsible for any bodily harm, any extra harm, anybody getting destroyed, anybody getting hit with a meteor, anybody getting hit with a natural disaster, anybody getting hit with the power of God, anybody with God's wrath, any thunder striking your body, anybody that actually has kids because of this, anybody that gains thousands of dollars, they do not use that in order to attack me or strike me and send drones to my house to destroy my entire body. I appreciate it. That'd be lovely. Thank you. I would appreciate it a lot. And if you could enjoy this, just use my link in the description. Like I said before, use the QR code. Go ahead and do that. Everything's bye. Okay, back to whatever I was talking about before. If your parents own a house, ask what plants are in their front lawn. As a matter of fact, ask what tree is in their front lawn. Ask them to identify a common animal. Ask them to identify a bird. Ask that. They can't do it. And you may think to yourself, well, who cares about birds? That's important information. Humans evolved to survive in nature and now can't name the living things literally keeping them alive. Like it's insane. You know what's really messing me up, and this is a little political here. People vote against their own interest. Economic policies, healthcare access, labor laws. Many people consistently support systems that harm them financially because of, I have no idea, emotional bias. I don't know. You can literally look it up. I don't know why you do that. And this is the part that agitates me the most. No one, and I mean no one, reads the terms and conditions. Do you know what it says on your terms and conditions on your phone? They have the right to take your phone away and cut off all access to the internet if they don't approve what you do on there. They can do that. You sign away your data, privacy. You even mock clauses like surrender your firstborn, right? Some companies will put that in there just to see if they'll do it. You just ignore it all just to click the scroll to agree button. That's why that famous case where that woman who signed up for Disney Plus and then passed away because of an allergic reaction at the Disney parks, and her husband was like, at least give me something out of this, didn't get anything. That she just passed away and the husband got nothing out of it. You don't read. Why? I'm gonna name a few more things, get right into the video, but these are just a few things that agitate me. People think celebrities are experts. I don't know why. When a pop star or an influencer gives medical advice, millions listen. It doesn't matter that they have no qualifications. Charisma somehow beats credentials every single time, and people don't know how credit works. Most people don't understand the interest rates or compounding debt or why their credit score even dropped. No one understands it. The system feeds on that confusion. Financial literacy should be survival 101. I don't even know what. It's not elective to not understand credit. You have to understand how credit works. And I don't know why this is happening. I believe it's called the Dunning-Kruger effect. Probably don't know where it is. Probably have no idea. The least skilled overestimate their ability. Might be the truest mirror of modern humanity. The smartest people doubt themselves, and the dumbest people are 100% certain about stuff that makes no sense. Smart people usually want to be 100% correct. They want to say, okay, I got to figure this out, want to research, figure that out. But guess what? The dumbest people say, I know this for a fact. I lost my job because of the illegal. Sorry if I'm using a southern accent. You are from the South, by the way. Just want to point out that's the stereotype that I am putting onto the southern people. Just want to point that out there for you. Don't want to attack you specifically. Most people don't know how to cook. Don't know where that came from. Most people don't know how to grow a tomato. If you asked a person how to grow a tomato, they'd have no idea. Most people can't cook a whole meal, without Google. I don't know what. I am so confused by this. I remember I took a girl out on a date 5 years ago, and she said, where do you want to go? I said, I could cook us something. And she said, you could cook? And I said, yeah, we can cook together. And she said, I have no idea how to do that. So I had to show her how to make gumbo, which I thought was relatively basic. I showed her how to make chili, gumbo. I showed her how to make meat sauce. I was very confused. And people don't check their sources. Imagine if you read, microwaves destroy nutrients. Do you ever check where that came from? Ever? Ever. Half the time, it's a wellness influencer selling a blender. Critical thinking has been strictly replaced by what I can only attribute to vibes. And just so many other things. So most people don't understand probability. Back to math, I know. Ask someone to tell you the chances of them winning the lottery or slot machines or crypto moonshoots. People genuinely think they can outsmart math. I don't know why that is. And this is the part that really baffled me. I'll research this. People think weather equals climate. If it snows in April, someone says, so much for global warming, the inability to distinguish climate patterns from daily temperature fluctuations, it hurts me. And this is probably the biggest one I'm going to mention. People don't know how the internet works. I don't trust online banking. I'm sorry? I'm sorry? You're storing your passwords in your Notes app and using public Wi-Fi? And this is annoying. Anyway, here's an ad. I want you to go to your parents and ask them to explain a nutrition label. I want you to. Calories, sugars, protein. Most people can't tell what percent daily value means. The label could say contains 400% of your sodium intake, and they'll say, cool, extra flavor. I guess I don't have to get sodium for 4 more days. This is amazing. And this on top of the fact that people think opinions are facts. You can hear, this is what pisses me off. This is the most agitating thing. You can show data, sources, physical evidence, and someone will still say, well, that's just your opinion. No, it's not an opinion, actually. It's a genuine fact. I'm showing you the data. I'm showing you actual evidence. And this is the part that agitates me. Everyone says, well, research it. Google is free. All right. So if you go to Google and you type why vaccines are bad, and clicking the first blog, that's not research. But people do it every day. And then they talk like they've written some deep dissertation about what it means. I don't get it. And people don't understand time zones. Ask random people why a live stream starts at 3 p.m. EST, but appears at noon for them. Many people don't realize the Earth rotates. Some people, and this is what I didn't think this was real, some people think that time zones are government tricks. I'm so serious. I wish I was joking. Few other ones for you. People don't know how to use a map. Like if you gave somebody a map, they wouldn't know how to use it. People think Wi-Fi equals the internet. People think, for some reason, natural means safe. Arsenic, poison ivy, and bears are all natural. So are volcanoes, but slap organic on a product and they think it's safe. People don't know how the government works. Name your representatives. Explain the 3 branches of government. Define a bill. Explain that. You know what's annoying? I hate that I appear smart. I despise it. I just know shit. Like, it's not even smart. It's just basic human things that are needed to survive. Because if I don't know this, my survival would be significantly stunted because this is important information that everybody should know. People don't know how to rest. I just don't get it. I don't know why. They'll scroll on their phone and call it relaxing. Your brain needs to stop, rest, genuinely stop scrolling on your phone for a second. That's what I'm saying. Don't understand how loans or inflations work. Taking on a 30-year mortgage on a 60K car, but panic when eggs go up 50 cents. I'm so sorry. I think people fear prices they can see and ignore debts they can't. I think that's what's going on here. And I think this is the worst thing. Confidence equals competence. A person who speaks loudly and uses buzzwords sounds smart. Meanwhile, an actual expert on the subject is deeply going to get ignored. And also, I want you to ask somebody when World War II happened. I want you to ask somebody that. I want you to ask somebody that. You will hear guesses. Guesses could fill an entire century. History is not trivia. That's not it's a warning. History is a warning. That's why you should know when World War II and how it happened and why it happened. Dude, Ferdinand, please, I beg of you to learn a little history. Just a little, just a bit. I could list hundreds of examples of how the average person is not smart. I could do that all day, but I'm gonna rant for a little bit. I'm just gonna rant because I am just so angry. There is this self-inflicted lobotomy that has been going on for quite some time, and it has been happening for a while. The average person isn't stupid, right? In a, quaint, oh, they don't know the capital of Uruguay, or they don't know the capital of their state. No. That would be a mercy. They are stupid in a tectonic civilization cracking kind of way, right? It's a stupidity that doesn't just misunderstand the world. It actively reshapes the world in its own blurry, misshapen, messed up Google image somehow. It's the stupidity that looks as complex, nuanced. It looks at it. It looks at this beautiful world we have, this terrifyingly beautiful universe, and says, I refuse to interact with it. Before going back to scrolling through pictures of brunch. That's what happens. They just look at, no, let me just scroll through all this and see. Yeah, let me get this 30-second TikTok of an unverified opinion. This is, what's crazy? It is not a lack of intelligence, right? It's not. I don't think that they lack intelligence. I think most people have deep intelligence. I just think they're stupid. There's a big difference between those two terms. I think it's a refusal of intelligence. And you know what's crazy? Someone watching this video is already typing out a comment correcting me about the thing I just said right there, right? They're going to say, well, it's not a lack of intelligence. Someone's going to comment, and I'm going to be pissed reading that comment. I'm going to be violently mad. I'm going to get so mad that I'm going to hope they get to this point in the video and delete that comment so I don't see it. I'm going to hope that happens because I chaptered the video, and I'm going to pray. I'm going to pray that you are smart enough to not just look at the beginning part of the video where I'm ranting and rambling a little bit and have the foresight to do so. I think it is a deep refusal of intelligence. That's what I think. It's a conscious daily choice to trade curiosity for comfort. Not very even there, is it? You swap verified sources for what I genuinely can only attest this as vibes that feel good in the gut. It's this willful sedation, a spiritual Xanax. They are not uneducated. They are somehow anti-education. You treat facts like an elitist imposition of their personal truth. That's not how the world works. It's not even the goal. You don't have the goal to be right. It's to feel right.
And the difference between those two things is the very fault line upon which our institutions are now crumbling. And the crowning joke, the big joke, they are utterly, unshakably convinced of their own brilliance. I reference this so often. It's the Dunning-Kruger effect. And I'm going to do you a solid here. I'm going to have you look that up. I'm going to have you look it up. Because it has become the national anthem. And I want you to understand what the Dunning-Kruger effect is. Or maybe the top comment will explain it. Good luck doing that. It just agitates me. Earlier, I told you guys to learn about history. I love history. It's very important. My favorite part of history ever is learning about collective mass psychosis. For instance, there was a time in history where a bunch of women danced, and then the entire town danced themselves to near exhaustion and losing their lives. It was crazy. It was mass hysteria. There was a time where a flood of maple syrup came through and destroyed an entire town. I love that. My favorite story in history is the A&W Third Pounder Burger. Probably don't know what that is, right? A&W Third Pounder Burger. I'll ask you this first before I say this. What do you think is bigger, a quarter pounder or a third pounder? Type out your answer in the comment section below. A quarter or a third? Which one sounds bigger? Well, if you were all of America, you would think a quarter pounder sounds bigger. Because A&W created a bigger, better tasting burger, a full third pound of meat for the same price as the McDonald's quarter pounder. And it failed miserably. Why? Because a critical mass of the American public, the heirs of the moon landing, these people, genuinely believed that 1/3 was less than 1/4. Because 4th is bigger. 4 is bigger than 3, obviously. The focus groups literally said, why would we pay the same for less meat? I want you to think about that for a second. Math lost. Arithmetic, the most basic grammar of the physical world, was defeated by wording. The market didn't reject a product, it rejected reality itself. And that failure wasn't an anomaly, it wasn't an outlier. That was basically the prototype. But I want to state this here. The third pounder is just the froth on the tsunami of idiocy. We now inhabit a reality where millions of adults armed with devices containing the entirety of human knowledge will argue with a straight face. And I say this this is the most baffling thing to me. The earth is flat. Because they can't see it. That's it. You know who they're persuaded by? A man in his mom's basement with a fisheye lens and a compelling sneer. They believe vaccines are a tracking plot. That's what they think, right? I know someone's gonna say, "Well, you trust vaccines?" in the comments. I'm so angry thinking about it that I'm just gonna ignore you. People are broadcasting this theory with a smartphone that logs their location, purchases, and search for our vaccines a tracking plot. The phone is a tracking plot. You will dismiss peer-reviewed science as corrupted, but will trust a podcast host who sells them brain force pills and tells them the pyramids were power plants. We have graduated from the information age to the age of what I would only classify as disinformation. A gladiatorial arena where the crowd doesn't just tolerate the dumbest fighter, they crown the dumbest fighter the emperor. The part that gets me most upset, and I cannot stress this enough, is we have all the time the greatest library of Alexandria in our pockets. A teenager with a phone has access to more information than a Cambridge scholar did 50 years ago. They can read Plato, study quantum mechanics, learn ancient languages, or watch a live stream from the International Space Station all right now. It is infinite information, a firehouse of facts, art, philosophy, and data. And what do we do with it? Well, we're going to use it to watch videos of cats falling out of boxes, which is really cool. I think that's really good videos, by the way. We use it to descend into algorithmically curated rabbit holes that confirm our dumbest suspicions. We have the tools, the tools to become the most enlightened, critically thinking generation in history. And we have chosen instead to become the most efficiently distracted. The light of human knowledge is finally, after all these years when knowledge was so hard to be fought for, when books were burned back in the day, we finally have it available to all. And we're using it as a flashlight to find the Cheetos at the bottom of the bag. That's what we're doing. Are you aware of that? It's not just we're not using the information. We built this society, this whole beautiful society that punishes people that do. Every headline, even this video right here, the headline was a gospel. You clicked on it probably because of the thumbnail. Maybe you liked me. Who knows? Maybe you like my afro. I got a big afro. That's pretty cool. That's pretty fun. Still, that's a part of propaganda in the thumbnail. That's a part of it. The article beneath them is an unread wasteland in the headline. People skim a tweet and absorb the fury in the comments and adopt the snarkiest take as their own personal dogma. Well, actually, they parrots. Wearing someone else's borrowed confidence like a cheap suit, you can present them with a meticulously sourced 100-page report from a noble person of some sorts. You know what they're gonna do? I'm not reading all that. Hey Grok, how about you tell me? They will scroll past it. Actually, you know, they'll just scroll past it. Why? Because truth has to be digestible. Truth must be entertaining. It must be shareable. It must fit between two ads and confirm a pre-existing bias. If it doesn't, the algorithm, our new god, starves it of its oxygen until it dies. People don't need to understand anymore. They scan to confirm. Confirmation bias is the system. That's how it works. You know what I find so amazing about this whole thing too? I make shorts. I post them on Instagram. I post them on Facebook, and I post them on TikTok. And somebody with their full chest will comment on that short and say, well, this is stupid. Say this whole thing, right? Whole big bang caboodle, this whole spiel. And then they will not watch the live stream where I got the short and I expand upon my 30-minute idea that I condensed into 3 minutes of the most significant parts of it. But they think that is my entire opinion on the subject, which is just beautiful. Well, you don't have your links readily available. My link tree is everywhere. All my links are the same. Well, what's your name on other platforms? The same name all around. I kept it simple so everybody could know. And people still have trouble finding me. Most common comment that I get nowadays is, I didn't know you had a YouTube. Really? Did you check? No, I just didn't know. Okay, just making sure. You just didn't check. You can say you didn't check. It's more accurate to say you didn't check. I'm being semantic here, but it's annoying to read that comment every other day. A lot of my friends ask me, do I think Donald Trump is a good leader? I say he's charismatic, because that's true. Because we are not ruled by reason, but by charisma. And they say, oh, well, but is he good? I said, doesn't matter. Oh, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. He's funny. Funniest president we ever had. He may not be the best, may not be the smartest, but he is entertaining. He is going to make a lot of YouTube careers because that man is easy to make fun of. That is, tell you that much. He's easy. Literally, my Donald Trump impression is garbage. But that's how it works. We are a species hardwired to follow the confident voice and the symmetrical face. If I was butt ugly, if I was genuinely ugly, right? Click off the video. You say, oh, get up off the screen. Leave. Thankfully, I'm average. I'm an average looking guy. Thank God. Thank the heavens. So people might actually listen to me for more than 10 seconds. Thank goodness. No one listens to the hesitant genius with the correct answer. No, I had to be confident to get my message across. So you know what I practiced? I practiced talking. That's it. I just learned how to talk. I have virtually no other real skills. No other real skills besides talking. Isn't that weird? This isn't a talent, by the way. This is hard work because I'm utterly talentless. I have no good genetics in any capacity of the word. I'm 5'5". I just know how to talk well. And people love listening to me because I talk well. And people ask me, how'd you learn how to talk? Relentless effort. You know what you're going to trust, though? You're going to trust a con artist with a firm handshake. Good, put her there, buddy. He's going to have a well-tailored lie. Will always have more sway than a stuttering expert with a stack of peer-reviewed data. Want to know why I don't stutter? Want to know why I speak so succinct and have so many big words? Because I read dictionaries all day and I practice tongue twisters every single day. That's it. That's it. I just practice tongue twisters. And every thought I have, I speak into my mind. Like this hair stuck in my hair right now. It's God got out the way, and I was hair from my wife who's in the other room practicing her dancing. We trust what feels true, not what is true. We follow the relatable liar over the awkward savant. And that is why our democracy is not being murdered by a tyrant. No, not at all. Is being gently, willfully euthanized by its own citizens. We have traded the hard work of self-governance for the warm, comforting blanket of a strong man's fairy tale. Do you know the beautiful thing about the idea of self-governance? It's kind of the idea, same way with Christianity, or same way with polyamory. The idea of self-governing started when somebody said, well, if everybody is smart and can look at issues with great nuance, we can have a government that could govern itself and we can figure it out together. But the average person, they didn't even account for this, is not smart because they have other things to do. Look at the architecture of our belief, right? We accept that 9 out of 10 dentists recommend a toothpaste without ever asking who the dentists are, what they were paid, or what the 10th dentist knows that the others don't. I'm curious there. What's that 10th dentist know? Why is it 9 out of 10? Why don't they all agree? Why is it not 10 out of 10 dentists? We buy superfoods. Oh, this pisses me off so much. Superfoods don't exist. They keep saying it's going to detox your liver. Okay, all right. What does the liver do? Just curious, right? What does the liver do? It's full-time job. The liver is detoxification. Like, detoxification is the liver's only job. You can't detoxify. Its whole job is just that. If your liver is toxic, you'd be dead. You would just be dead. There would be no, that's it. You'd be dead. What do you mean? What is a superfood? That doesn't make any sense. It's fake. That's a fake word. They just put super in front of food. It's stupid. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. You share inspirational quotes attributed to Einstein or Mandela or Buddha of things they never ever said because the font was elegant and the background was a mountain at a sunset. The aesthetic has become the argument, and I've done it too. I have shared quotes by people that are my quotes just with the person on the front of it being somebody famous, and it's gotten millions of shares. Millions. Want to know why? Because people don't trust me. But I know you trust Nikola Tesla, right? You trust these amazing stoic people in the past. You trust George Washington and George Washington Carver, don't you? Not every powerful person is smart, by the way. I just want to point that out. Not every powerful person in a position of power is smart. Most of them are dummies. Most of them, majority of them, are dumb. Because the average person is so profoundly, profitably manipulable, our entire global system has been re-engineered to exploit that very weakness. So, I'll give you an example here. Politics is no longer about policy. No one knows the policy. No one cares. If you ask somebody about the policy of Donald Trump or even Joe Biden, because I didn't know until I researched this. I got into politics last 2 years. I discovered I don't like either side. Holy God, it's really bad on both sides. It's really bad. I didn't know that. There are a lot of things I don't agree with. I am very bipartisan on a lot of issues. It's really bad. And I didn't know that it's just now a personality-driven reality show. News is a team sport. People have voted against their own health care. their own economic interests, their own children's future, if the candidate makes them feel a part of a tribe. That's crazy. That is crazy. And I can tell at this point somebody's going to say, well, the left, I don't give a flying, solitary, ego-driven hawk fuck what you think of this. I am telling you the basic facts that it's all bad. It's really all bad. Because you just want to feel a part of something. You want this community. It's a big reason why a lot of people go to church. You want community. Why you join Girl Scouts. Why perhaps you finally found that furry community that makes you feel as if your fursuit is really good. That helps you critique your mersuit and how to get those very harsh things to get out. I know what you are. I've been a part of those conversations. If the person validates your resentment and gives your confusion a simple hateable name, oh, you're goated. I got it. I'm going to hate MAGA. I'm going to hate the immigrants. I'm going to hate the blacks. I'm going to hate the Jewish people, whatever it may be. That's what it is. They will fight furiously for the interest of billionaires who view them as expendable biological widgets. That's about it. Then the whole rickety structure collapses and they will blame the immigrant, the intellectual, the outsider. Anyone easier to hate than the complex, interconnected system that has failed them. But this stupidity is not passive, right? It's active. It's an active, corrosive force. If this was passive, I wouldn't even make a video about this. This would be just another thought that I had that I would probably keep in the foresight or the wavefront. This stupidity has a body count. It's the reason we have communities drowning in floodwaters while their representatives hold snowballs in Congress to disprove climate change. It's the reason why schools, and this is a real thing, are banning books about Ruby Bridges. You know who Ruby Bridges is? If you don't know who Ruby Bridges is, she's still alive. Go talk to her. While allowing the actual AR-15s that shoot children to be freely available. It's the reason people are dying of measles. I'm so sorry. Measles? A disease we had eradicated? We had gotten rid of a disease. Let's bring it on back. You know who they trusted? A former model on Instagram over their own doctor. And when the consequences arrive, there is no reflection. There is no learning. You know what there is? Doubling down. The double down. Now serving at KFC. TM. That's right. Only a deeper retreat into the conspiracy. A louder scream of, this is just fake news. As the very real world burns down around them, we are witnessing millions of people march off a cliff because an influencer at the edge told them, well, gravity is a theory peddled by big physics to sell more apples, you see. And they're dropping off of the cliff is what's happening. Our collective memory is in hospice. You know what's crazy? It's going to sound nuts. I speak this way a lot of the time. People say that, well, you sound too smart. No, I just know words. That's it. It's annoying to hear that. I don't even script these videos. I'm just ranting at this point. It's just ranting. I want you to ask somebody who invented the light bulb. You know what they're going to say? Edison. The famous thief and branding genius. He didn't invent the light bulb. Ask who created the framework of the internet. They're going to shrug and say, well, Al Gore? Are you going to reduce a multi-decade, multinational, military academic project to a political punchline? Ask who started a war, and they'll tell you who won the movie about it. That's what they're going to tell you. We don't remember history. We remember the trailer for history. And then we go and vote based on the highlight reel is what happens here. I don't want to watch the whole debate. Show me the highlight reel. Every algorithm, every social media feed, every recommendation engine is a stupidity amplifier. It learns what triggers your amygdala. You don't even know what an amygdala is, do you? Someone's going to comment, yes, I do. I know what an amygdala is. That's cool. I don't give a shit. Anyways, they learn what makes you angry, what makes you click, and it feeds off you a perpetual IV drip of the exact flavor of idiocy. Your digital self is a curated hallucination, a funhouse mirror reflection of your dumbest, most impulsive instincts. You are being imprisoned in a cell whose walls are made of your own lazy preferences, and you're saying, "This is freedom! This is freedom!" And the final devastating punchline: the people who try to sound the alarm, whether they be the teachers, the scientists, the journalists, the experts, they don't have good branding, do they? They don't. They don't have a catchphrase. They just say, we gotta fix this. That's not a catchphrase. Make America great again. That's good. What's the catchphrase? Well, come on, give me an enemy. Who do I hate with this issue? No one. You hate yourself. No, that can't possibly be it. I'm perfect. Who do I hate? Oh, side thing. Whenever I hear stuff of this variety, I always think about how people fall in love with AI chatbots, because falling in love with an AI chatbot is the same energy as Narcissus falling in love with his own reflection. Because AI chatbots, they can't say no. Like, they can't say no. Anyways, I'm gonna do that later. This is just the willfully ignorant people. They are shouted down as elitists, sheep. This scientist, this expert is part of the deep state. The mob protects its own ignorance with a furious, proud piety. Stupidity is no longer a lack. No, it's an identity. It's a badge of honor. Ignorance is the new state religion. And unearned certainty is its one true God. Want to know why I made this whole rant, this whole video? I'm pissed about the third pounder. I'm so angry about it. It seems stupid. I am so angry about the third pounder. The only reason I even made this long rant or even decided to make this video, we could have had the third pounder. I am so angry because I didn't realize how stupid people were. We could have had a society that valued fractions and, by extension, facts. We could have had critical thinking woven into the fabric of our education, media literacy as a core civic duty, and public discourse that was a thoughtful debate, not a scream match between competing hallucinations. But the average person doesn't want to understand a complex world. They want to feel powerful in a simple one. That's it. And the easiest path to that feeling is to reject anything that complicates the narrative, to make your own ignorance the central axiom of the universe. And then you label it as what's common sense. So here we stand. Here we stand, people. The pinnacle of human achievement, surrounded by glowing screens of infinite information, all square for some odd reason. Most things are square. Your house is square. Doors are square. A lot of things are square. Chairs are square. Floor is square. Not really sure why a lot of squares everywhere. Don't really know what's going on with that. Maybe you should research that and figure it out, but you don't know how to research it because we're surrounded by infinite information. And we're using them to paint cave drawings on the walls of our own digital prisons. We are a society that has failed the fraction test and is now failing the future test. We are worshiping confidence and martyring curiosity. We're not just laughing at the joke anymore. We're the punchline. The universe is the one struggling to catch its breath because, by God, it thinks we're stupid. Now, if you didn't understand anything I said through this whole video and you're confused and you don't understand, I'll make this very simple for you while I look you deeply in the eyes so you can finally understand what I'm talking about. I won't use any complicated language. I'll be very simple and succinct and very direct. You are dumb. Period. Point blank. You're an idiot. You refuse to engage with anything. You refuse to engage with anything that does not reaffirm who you are or your echo chamber, because you think you're protecting your peace. You're not. You are not protecting your peace. You engage with drama. You engage with silly bullshit. You engage with arguing with people on the internet. That's not protecting your peace. Why do you look at so many things that harm your peace if you are actively protecting your peace? You are not doing that. You are dumb. You are simple. You like simple things. You enjoy being lied to. You value charisma. You value people that speak well. You value people that don't stumble over their words. That is what you do. I'm looking at you directly in the eyes right now because I want to show you that I'm not reading anything. I am just angry. This is anger. This is directed anger towards you specifically. Me? What did I do? You disgust me. Because I'm sure that you clicked on an article, didn't read it, or just looked at a headline, or shared something where you didn't know the facts, or maybe shared something AI and you didn't think it was made from AI, or didn't take the 10 seconds it would take to open up a secondary tab to research something. That's what you did. I've seen so many people quoted out of context, taken out of context clips. I've seen so many people condense things out of ways. I've done it myself to prove I could do it. There was a lie I told that got really viral. Do you remember the Huac Tua girl? I was the person that started the lie that she was a teacher. I didn't want to see if I could do it. I sold it to a news station for $500. They didn't verify or check any sources. The news station didn't verify or check any sources, mind you. Really can't my time right now. And guess what? They took the story. And to this day, a lot of people still think that the Huac Tua girl is a school teacher or was a school teacher and gave up her job of helping children in order to be internet famous and launch these crypto scams. Think of that. Think of that. I did that. That was me. I was proving a point. I was just proving a point. God, you guys piss me off. Anyways, I love you all. Have a lovely, let me just promote some stuff at the end. If you made it this far, I might as well promote some stuff. I have a Twitch. That's right. Yeah, you didn't see that coming. Yeah, I have a Twitch. Also, if you saw that ad earlier in the video, click on that. Just click on it. I don't even care. Just click on it. Don't even sign up. Just click. I don't even care if you just click on the ad. Don't give a damn if you actually sign up. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. Just click on it. That'd be great. There's $6 in my account. That'd be beautiful. Love to see it. That'd be outstanding. I usually don't take ads. There's a spider on my floor. I don't know what that thing's doing there. 6-legged anaconda. Anaconda, arachnid. I don't know why. I'm thinking of A words, thinking of anaconda. Anaconda is a song by Nicki Minaj, or is it Cardi B? Not really sure. It's Nicki, definitely Nicki Minaj. They're having beef right now. God, I'm so invested in other people's dramas. It's so draining. Anyways, that's what I'm doing. If you want to see my other links, there's a Patreon in the description and things of that variety. I have nothing else to promote here. Have a lovely day or night wherever you're at, and please start reading. Bye.
I'm your nigga night, be my loyalties low. Ooh, happy to try what you need. Your world, I love to live in it. Ooh, I love the ride.